This is our planet. There is only one world, and so this is our future. And the future of our planet lies with the children of our world, and often this is how they spend their day.
खाना कहाँ से खाते हो?
दुकान में।
दुकान में
खाना मांग के, राजधानी में जो खाना मिलता है वो मांग के खाते हैं।
कहाँ कैसे खाते हो?
हाथ से।
हाथ से मतलब किस चीज़ से, मतलब कुछ बेच उच कर खाते हो?
कोयला, भूसा।
और तुम्हारे माता पिताजी क्या करते नहीं है? मतलब तुम लोग पर ध्यान नहीं देते हैं? क्यों? ऐसे ही?
It's a very staggering figure, but there are nearly 115 million children around the world who will never in their lifetime step into a school. So if they don't have access to education, which means they don't have employment opportunities, they are susceptible to being exploited, and it's basically a trap. It's a trap of generations of kids not going to school and staying poor.
When we saw those kids living on the railway platform, we knew we had to do something, and we didn't know what to do. And we were so lucky to get in contact with people first.
Rescue Junction is a centre for homeless, street children, missing children, lost children.
There is 250 children living in the platform, so they need very much for shelter and education. We start a school for them.
They know what the problems are. They're dealing with those kids every day. They're providing hope and they're providing education. We came back to the United States. We started One World Children's Fund, and out of that, the Champion model was born.
Champions are people living in the United States who have either lived in the developing world or have traveled in the developing world and have come across an innovative, local, community-based organization that is investing meaningfully in the future of children and their communities.
I am the champion for Botsaranai.
The African Library Project starts small, sustainable libraries in sub-Saharan Africa.
I'm champion of Hope Orphanage.
I'm a champion for Care for Others in Uganda.
And so the three of us together are the champions that sponsor the Boca School Project.
I'm champion of a project called Wind of Hope in the Arid. They take care of 35,000 people. And they have an AIDS orphanage, they have a clinic where they treat people, and they have a place to counsel people as well that get infected with the disease.
I went there kind of out of a tragedy. My mom got sick from ovarian cancer, and she died shortly after she got diagnosed. And one of her dreams was always to go to Kenya to meet this orphan that she sponsored, Bernard. And so I got the opportunity to go to Kenya right afterwards, and I went and I met him. When I got to his village, there were hundreds of people waiting to meet me. And I was very overwhelmed, and they presented me with the statue of two giraffes embracing. And they said, your mother was like a giraffe. She had the vision to see her feet and the vision to see far beyond. And it's obvious that you are a giraffe as well. And if you've ever lost someone, you'll know that you are always struggling with what it is that you do with the love that's left over. And looking out over this group, it just became clear to me that I needed to just give it back. I needed to give it to these people. We thought, wouldn't it be incredible if we could build a health clinic? I had no way to raise funds without, to get a tax deduction. And then I heard about One World Children's Fund, and I showed up at their fundraiser. And I saw that I just could become a champion for the project. And I wouldn't have to start my own 501c3, I could just do it. And that's what I did, and it allowed me to raise $30,000 in 2 months and go back and build a health clinic. The walls were up in our clinic within a week and a half. The foundation was laid in 2 days. I mean, people were just ready to get going, and it was being built with just hands and hammers.
We will start prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS.
I know that $1 really is what it takes to get people AIDS medicine for a week, or $5 really will save someone from malaria. And so no matter what you give, it really means something if you're giving directly to the project. And that's what One World Children's Fund allows all their champions to do. So it's like you are taking it out of your pocket and handing it directly to the people. It makes every dollar make a difference.
We work exclusively with small grassroots organizations that are mostly under the radar of the big philanthropic organizations. Local people have the knowledge of their own circumstances, their own life conditions, their own culture. What they need are resources. And we at One World Children's Fund help provide those resources so that they can live healthy and vital and productive lives.
In Zimbabwe, mothers who have disabled children are ostracized from society. So they lose their family support, they lose their society support, they lose their financial support. Development money doesn't get to the grassroots. So these poor ladies joined together and formed a sewing group, and they started making handicrafts.
Batswana has made a difference in our lives as mothers of disabled children by making us professional business women.
The stories they would tell me were, before Batswana, we didn't have food. And with Batswana, we have 2 meals a day.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's really inspiring to look at the progress reports we get from champions and from the project itself, because you can actually see there's a sense of transformation, there's a sense of lives being changed for the better.
And so, from the depths of despair comes a picture of hope. We hear stories of community rebuilding, friendship, and love. Please join us to become our partners, because the possibilities are endless. With your support, we can help those who are already helping themselves. We can watch them transform their communities, and we can watch them change our world.
It is one world, and you just feel like you're really a part of the larger world, and you're not just sort of living in a bubble.
I'm working for a group where my money makes a difference, where I change someone's life.
We're doing a lot of good in the world, and I feel very good about that.